Welcome to Learn English as a Second Language. The right place to learn English quickly.
Learning English can be an enjoyable and rewarding experience, especially when you focus on practical sentences related to everyday activities, like food. By practicing food-related sentences regularly, you'll start to understand how words come together and how grammar works in real-life contexts. Here's how you can start learning English with simple sentences related to food, along with explanations and tips to help you along the way to begin. It's helpful to start with sentences that are relevant to your daily eating habits. This will make learning more practical and memorable because you'll be using these sentences often. Let's go over 20 simple sentences that you can use every day related to food, along with explanations for each one. I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. Explanation. This sentence is in the present simple tense, which is used for habits or routines. Eat breakfast is the verb phrase, and at 7 a.m. tells us the time this action happens. I drink coffee every morning. Explanation. Drink is the verb and coffee is the object. Every morning tells us the frequency of this action. I cook dinner for my family. Explanation. Cook is the verb and dinner is the object. For my family specifies who the meal is for. I make a sandwich for lunch. Explanation. Make is the verb and a sandwich is the object. For lunch indicates the meal during which this action takes place. I snack on fruit in the afternoon. Explanation. Snack on is the verb phrase and fruit is the object. I snack on fruit in the afternoon. Explanation. Snack on is the verb phrase and fruit is the object. In the afternoon indicates the time of this action. I bake a cake for dessert. Explanation. Bake is the verb and a cake is the object. For dessert specifies the purpose of the action. I order takeout on weekends. Explanation. Order is the verb and takeout is the object. On weekends tells us when this action happens. I drink water throughout the day. Explanation. Drink is the verb and water is the object. Throughout the day indicates the duration. I prepare salad for lunch. Explanation. Prepare is the verb and a salad is the object. For lunch tells us when this action happens. I eat vegetables with every meal. Explanation. Eat is the verb and vegetables is the object. With every meal specifies the frequency. I grill chicken for dinner. Explanation. Grill is the verb and chicken is the object. For dinner tells us the meal this action is for. I fry eggs for breakfast. Explanation. Fry is the verb and eggs is the object. For breakfast indicates the meal. I buy groceries every Saturday. Explanation. Buy is the verb and groceries is the object. Every Saturday specifies the frequency of this action. I pack a snack for work. Explanation. Pack is the verb and a snack is the object. For work tells us the purpose. I prepare dinner at 6 p.m. Explanation. Prepare is the verb and dinner is the object. At 6 p.m. indicates the time. I enjoy dessert after dinner. Explanation. Enjoy is the verb and dessert is the object. After dinner tells us when this action happens. I eat out with my family on Sundays. Explanation. Eat out is the verb phrase and with my family specifies who is involved. On Sundays tells us when this action happens. I drink tea in the evening. Explanation. Drink is the verb and tea is the object. In the evening indicates the time. I boil pasta for dinner. Explanation. Boil is the verb and pasta is the object. For dinner tells us when this action happens. I try new recipes on the weekends. Explanation. Try is the verb and new recipes is the object. On the weekends tells us when this action happens. These sentences are structured using the present simple tense, which is often used to describe habits, routines, or facts. The basic formula for the present simple tense is subject plus verb base form plus object / complement. For example, in the sentence, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m., I is the subject, eat is the verb, breakfast is the object, and at 7 a.m. is the complement that adds more detail to the sentence. Tips for practicing and using these sentences. Repetition. The more you repeat these sentences, the more natural they will become. Try to say them out loud several times throughout the day, especially during meals. Context. Use these sentences in real-life situations. For example, when you're having breakfast, say, I eat breakfast at 7 a.m. out loud. Writing practice. Write these sentences down in a journal or notebook. Writing helps reinforce what you've learned and improves your memory. Listen and imitate. Listen to how native speakers talk about food in conversations or cooking shows. Imitate their pronunciation and intonation. Vocabulary building. Focus on the key verbs in these sentences like eat, cook, make, and prepare. Expand your vocabulary by learning new food-related words and trying to use them in similar sentences. Daily practice. Make it a habit to practice English with food-related sentences every day. Even if it's just for a few minutes, consistency is key to progress. Use technology. Language learning apps can help you practice these sentences with interactive exercises and quizzes tailored to food-related scenarios.